Okay, this video has been highly requested, a university advice video. Today I'm going to be going over how to make friends at university, because that's something that we all get anxious about, right? And in the second half I'll be talking about how to keep those friends, because I think that's arguably more important. Nobody ever said we became friends because I stayed in my room all the time at university. Point number one, get out of your room. The life is waiting for you outside this door. Put yourself in situations where you can meet people. The situation over here in this room, you're not gonna meet people here. You go to a variety of society events. Don't just like go to one or two and then be like, okay, I didn't make any friends, so I'm gonna stop going to society events. No, like maybe the people in that society, that club, they weren't your vibe. So you gotta explore and go to a range, because you never know, like your best friend might be waiting for you in a society that you never considered. Give everything a chance. If there's like a sport you want to try out but like you don't know who to go with, just go on your own to society events. Okay, that's how I made friends. Perfect. You stepped out of your door, you're in like the university campus and you find yourself at an event, or like you find yourself in class. You have to strike a conversation with someone. You don't have to start with, hi, what's your name? You can just say, are you in this class too? Is this your first time at this society clubs event? That kind of thing. Just like, you gotta find the common ground first. I feel like that's more organic in my opinion. And you can build a conversation and in turn the friendship from there. You can bond with someone by being in the same residence, accommodation, same faculty, same course, society, club. You'll be able to find a common ground somehow. Let's say you've gone to the event, you've gone to the class and you're sitting next to someone, or ask them like what they're doing after. Ask them for their Instagram or whatever, their socials. Just asking someone what they're doing after the event, and like if you want to hang out like after, I think it's so underrated. Number one, if you have social media, if you have Instagram or Snapchat, and then you see like your mutuals, your acquaintances, they've posted on their stories and it looks interesting or whatever, reply to those stories. Okay, that's a way that you can show interest in someone's life and like maintain a connection. Even if you're not particularly close here, that person will be very flattered that you took an interest in what they're doing in their life. It just builds the connection, the relationship online at least. Obviously that's not enough, but like that's point one. So now that you've got someone's socials, it's time to take the friendship offline. Message them to hang out. Now if you told me this in first year, I'd be like, no. What if they don't want to hang out? What if they think that I'm a creep? Trust me, they're not going to think that. They will be glad that you value them so much that you want to dedicate your time to them and spend time with them. Like, I wish I started messaging people to hang out in my first year. I think my first year, I waited for people to invite me. Like, I still had a social life in first year, don't get me wrong, but like I could have had so many more hangouts if I just like messaged people to hang out, like outside of class, outside of clubs, outside of like societies, you know what I mean? I think I used to be very afraid of rejection. Once you get over that hump, like your life changes. Literally, it like opens up the opportunity to have so many friendships at your fingertips, to get to know like on a deeper level like so many more people. Just message people to hang out, really. Get coffee, to study together. Another point I'd like to add is actually messaging classmates to meet up before the class, maybe like half an hour before the class. It's just a nice way to get to know people in your class, because I feel like it's hard to make friends in class because everyone's not speaking and is focused on what the professor is saying. But if you meet up like beforehand, you have time to talk. My third point, there's an event that you want to go to and you don't want to go alone, message people. Even if you don't know who would be interested, just message people that you want a reason to hang out with, like you want an excuse to hang out with again, because you never know, like they actually might be interested. I've asked people if they want to join me for badminton or like volleyball drop-ins, and I wasn't sure how they would react. I wasn't sure if like they were into those sports, but it's proved successful so far. If you don't ask, you don't get. And the worst they'll say is just like, oh sorry, no, like I'm not really into that kind of stuff, but instead like we could do something else. Or the worst they'll say is just no, and you can move on. There's like thousands and thousands of people at uni, you don't need to fixate on just one person if they reject you. You're just a fish in the wide ocean. There's so many other fish out there. Probably like the most important tip, in my opinion, to like keeping friends is to continue going to the same society's events. So if you find a society that you really enjoy, you gotta keep going to keep cultivating those friendships. Because if you just go once and you meet people, you're probably not going to see them again because campus is just so big. Someone could be on the other side of campus to you and like it's just hard to see them. But if you just go to the same club like weekly, you can continue like talking to those people and getting closer and keeping those friends basically. And what really helped actually was being exec on those societies. So like I was kind of forced to go to those events every week. So like with Abacus, same with Women's Careers. I mean, not only did I become, you know, friends with the other exec members, I also became friends with general members who just attended the events. Final point, another way that I guess you can help yourself keep your friends is by making them feel valued and inviting them to things that you host. So for example, as I've hosted pre's gatherings, you are still cultivating that friendship in a meaningful way, because your friend will remember that you invited them. They'll like you more for it and they'll, I don't know, want to hang out with you more and possibly even invite you to like anything that they do. Please bear with me, it is 11 p.m. for people who are anxious about making friends, because I think we all were anxious about it before going to uni, that we weren't sure if we would settle in well, we weren't sure if we would make friends. Everyone I know has made friends and it will happen to you as well. Don't worry, you will make friends. I think definitely just take it one day at a time. It's okay if you don't, you know, find a friendship group by the end of welcome week, by the first month, even by the end of first year. I think like not being in a friendship group should be normalized in my opinion, and it's okay to just have like individual friends or like float between groups. If you haven't found your people, it's a sign to you that maybe you're just in the quote unquote wrong places. It's a sign to you to explore different places that you haven't explored yet. It's all a learning experience. I feel like uni, take initiative, don't be hard on yourself. Yeah, I hope this was helpful. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know your thoughts, any other points that you would add about other ways to make friends, other ways to keep friends. In the meantime, have a lovely week and I'll see you in my next video.